May I come in, sir? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please take this.
Thank you, sir.
Comfortably?
Yes.
Okay. Ritika, introduce yourself to the board members.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ritika. I have done my 12th from DPS Bokaro, Delhi Public School, Bokaro, and my BTech from Electronics and Communication Engineering from BIT Sindri, Jharkhand. And presently, I am posted in Begusarai as branch manager, Bank of Baroda, Papaur.
How did you get into this job, Bank of Baroda?
So through IBPS exam being conducted annually.
Okay. So you are already in a very good, job. Why do you want to become a civil servant here?
Yes, sir. Sir, after graduating, there was in my mind after graduating in BTech, there was a financial stability requirement for me, for which banking services was preferable to me. So I joined bank. Nevertheless, in my mind, there was for joining civil services. So persistently, I tried, and I'm fortunate enough to be in front of you all.
Tell me some of the problems that banking sector is facing today.
Yes, sir. So banking services is marked with shortage of staffs, especially in rural areas. So the first problem is a shortage of staff. And the second problem is, sir, bank staffs are equipped with very less process or instruments for recovery. Like for giving loan, we have plenty of things, but for its recovery, the scope is very limited.
Okay. So how do you think that these problems can be sorted out?
Sir, recruitment for this is the first and foremost thing, because differing our dividend, which is very much for our countries, the youth can be enrolled in banking sectors. Secondly, sir, for recovery process, there are many instruments available like SARFAESI, IBC, which has to be more strengthened.
But the candidates like you who got into this banking sector, they are leaving. So even if the recruitment is high, then also there won't be any solution to this problem, because they'll again come to this BPSC.
Yes, sir. It's my personal interest in public services. Therefore, I switched. I'm planning to switch for the same. But nevertheless, there are many staffs who are continuing in bank. So this is my personal interest. So I try to.
Everybody has got personal interest. Everybody wants to become a civil servant.
Yes, sir. My persistence and my perseverance towards civil services helped me to be here, sir. Many are not getting opportunity for the same.
For how many years you were there in?
Sir, for 5 years, sir. More than 5 years, sir.
The amount of expenditure which was incurred for you, for your experience by the government of India,
yes, sir.
When we are working there in Bank of Baroda,
yes,
will all go waste?
No, sir, it's not the same. Like the experience, the training which I received in
that
bank.
is for your benefit. Now, what is the benefit to the government?
No, sir.
Because somebody else will join this department, and again he or she will be given 5 years of training. 5 years he or she will spend, and then again she will also say that I want to become a BPSC officer.
Yes, sir. For that, sir, I am planning to say that the training, the experience which I get in bank, I'll utilize it for myself.
That is for your own benefit. I am talking about the benefit of the government.
I will use it for the government policies. Like I get many financial knowledges which will be implemented by me when I join services.
Okay. Do you know one thing, that RBI acted as a central bank for Burma, for Pakistan and for Kuwait after our independence also?
No, sir, I don't have
no idea.
I will read about it.
Okay,
sorry, sir.
Right. One more thing. Can Government of India take loan from the commercial banks?
Yes, sir. Government of India can take loan from commercial banks in the form of government securities, T-bills of 91 days and 182 days.
And what about 364 days?
364 days as
available?
well. Yes,
can
sir.
state government issue T-bills?
No, sir. It's only with the central government.
It lies only with the central
Yes, sir.
government. Why this is so? Why can't a state government take loan from the commercial banks through T-bills?
Sir, it's a federal, our country is a federal state. Therefore, the state government are dependent on financial resources from center.
Okay, tell me, what kind of loans state government can take from the commercial banks?
State government in collaboration with NABARD can get some fund from banks. Apart from this, no, sir.
State government cannot
No, sir.
take loan.
No, sir.
Can a state government take loan from RBI
State government from RBI.
for a short-term basis?
Short-term basis, no, sir. I have no idea, sir.
Ways and means advance. Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Means of advance. Sure. So for fortnightly, for 14 days, from one.
That is for state government.
Yes.
What about central government?
Central government, the same thing he can
10
do.
days only.
Yes, sir.
Not 14, 10 days.
10 days.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me one more thing that when government takes loan from the commercial banks,
Yes, sir.
the private bodies won't get loan from the commercial banks because the money has been taken away by the government.
Yes, sir.
So there will be crowding out problem.
No, sir. The government takes loan from the bank. Then the Reserve Bank of India has aparted some money for general public. And whenever the government takes loan from bank, then they are pursuing a tight money policy, which is called as dear money policy or hawkish policy.
I was reading in the newspaper and there was a term called accommodation stance by the RBI. What is that accommodation stance?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't
You
have
have
any
talked
idea.
about tight money. What is tight money?
So tight money policy is being pursued by Reserve Bank of India, in which the repo rate, that is the RR, has been decreased so that the publics are not getting sufficient money and purchasing power parity will decrease, as a result of which inflation will be controlled.
Currently, the RBI has increased the cash reserve ratio.
Yes, sir.
What is that? How much?
It's a 40-point basis. It has increased to 4.40 presently.
4.4?
0.
Is it CRR?
No, it is repo rate.
Repo rate.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
asking about CRR.
CRR is, sir, 3.5.
3.5?
4. It's 4. Sorry, sir. It's 4.0.
4 or 4.5?
No, sir. 4.0.
Only 4?
Yes, sir.
What is bank rate then? If that is 4, then what is bank rate?
Sir, bank rate is the, shall I tell the definition of it?
No. I'm talking about
The
what is the bank
numerical,
rate. How much is the bank rate now?
Sir, right now I am not able to recall exactly.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
If the commercial banks take loan from RBI
Yes, sir.
without any government security,
Yes, sir.
without providing any government security, can a commercial bank take loan from RBI?
No,
without?
sir. No, sir.
It has to give the
Yeah, government securities must, sir.
Okay. In what kind of securities are to be given?
Sir, there are two types of security. One is liquid security, another is hard. Liquid securities are cash and gold assets and other bills of exchange or CD, commercial depository papers.
Okay. Can you tell me the DTL of your bank, Bank of Baroda?
Sir,
Demand and time liabilities.
yes, sir. Demand and time liabilities is 4,000 crore.
4,000.
Yes, in this financial year 2022.
And how much assets Bank of Baroda has parked with other banks?
So with other banks, I have no.
No, I know. I'm asking about NDTL.
And net demand and time
What is that?
liabilities.
What is the difference between the NDTL and DTL?
So net demand and time liabilities is the total demand and time liabilities which is being deposited by a bank of public money as well as of government or other banks' money.
How much is the difference today in your bank?
No, sir, I am not remembering right now, sir.
Thank you.
I'll see about it. Thank you, sir.
Ritika,
Yes, sir.
you are in Anthro
Yes, sir.
and BTech also,
Yes, sir.
coming from Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
Recently, nowadays we see that the family system is breaking
Yes, sir.
because joint family system is almost gone. The unitary families are also slowly breaking with live-in relationships. Now, do you think that the situation of women was better in a joint family than the present day?
Sir,
You consider all aspects.
yes, sir. So from my point of view, the women's position and situation is far better in nuclear family, in an isolated family as compared to nuclear family. So this is because
What is isolated family?
like the nuclear family or an isolated family which breaks up from a joint family.
Both are same.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue.
For this, the women gets a freedom of choices. Second, the liabilities, like first they have to, when a housewife has to serve a large number of families, whereas in nuclear family or isolated family, the girl or the woman has to serve only the limited 4 to 5 people who are in contact with
Imagine
them.
a situation where the woman gets old It is not always the serving, it is also taking the service.
Yes, sir.
Now you imagine.
Sir, in getting old, sir, marriage is an institution where husband and wife get in contact with each other. So, old marriage is the old age for that. Marriage will be a compensation for that.
No, but suppose there is an old lady,
Yes, sir.
and because she has also lived in a unitary family,
Yes, sir.
so once the husband also dies, so she remains alone.
Yes, sir.
Had it been a joint family, she would have been a better placed.
No, sir. When this situation arises, then in our India there is a culture like we will never leave our old parents alone. So this will not be a case in India. She will be a part of our nuclear family.
But do you think that with the change in the unitary family also, like the live-in relationship,
Yes, sir.
this culture will get a big dent?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because mothers are the second god or in the planet. So we will never leave our guardian. So even though we are transforming to westernization, but our roots are being held in India.
What do you think are the main tribes in Bihar?
Sir, in Bihar the main tribes are Bihar.
Where do you find Biros?
So Bihar are found in middle of Gangetic Plain and in northern.
Middle of Gangetic Plain is too big
In Bihar, sir.
entity.
In Bihar, sir, it is found in Nevada areas, and sir, then it is Tharu tribe. They are found in West Champaran, and then sir, in some areas Orao and Ho are also found like in Munger and in adjoining areas of Jharkhand.
You don't find any Santhals or
Yes, sir,
Paharias
Santhal, Paharias and Orao, Hos are found in the adjoining districts of Jharkhand.
Now, why do you think that the Naxalism has made a big dent into these tribal areas?
Yes, sir. So, Naxalism have a great nexus and understanding of culture with tribal people. And tribal people, because of their illiteracy and lack of collaboration with the system or the administration, they find better inclined to the ideology of the Naxalism. So, tribal people are more inclined to Naxalism. In fact, they are the foot shoulders of Naxal ideology.
And what is the Naxal ideology?
Sir, this anti-alienation towards administration.
Is this an ideology?
Yes, sir. Because of some prejudice or some distress or oppression in the past, they have developed a anti-alienation element ideology in their mind towards administration, for which they think that administration is the cause of their oppression.
Do you think it is the same mentality which is helping the Nagas in Northeast in getting alienated from India?
Yes, sir. At some point of one of the reason is this also. At the same time, Nagas are being isolated or being aloof from the administration. So there is some separatist tendency.
That was the main key point that you mentioned. Most of the tribals are aloof from the administration and they have got alienated.
Yes, sir.
But whether this is the crux or the key point of Naga uprising or there is something else?
Yes, sir. Naga uprisings are also separatist as well. Whereas these are not separatists. They don't want a separate land. They just want justice from administration.
You imagine a situation where you are in front of a mob in Naxalite belt.
Yes, sir.
Maybe it is a communal tension in the Naxalite belt.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to handle?
Sir, a communal tension. Sir,
and you are a BPS officer.
Yes, sir. Sir, listening is better than working. So first of all, I'll listen to both the aspects. What are the reasons of this communal?
Who will tell you if a mob never speaks?
Sir, when tension arises, then the first thing will be I will try my best to control the situation so that no violence takes place. Secondly, I will call the leaders of both the parties who are representing this mob to make a compromise or arbitration for the same.
Now, in the meantime, a third party comes, who is a local leader or big gun.
Yes,
he comes and the mob has become so violent that you are going to fire now.
Yes, sir.
And he orders you that DSP madam, किसी भी कीमत पर गोली नहीं चलनी चाहिए. What will you do?
So, first of all, I will try to save all my police personnel who are in my department.
No. My point is the leader says you that गोली किसी भी कीमत पर नहीं चलनी चाहिए. Situation is so bad that you are about to order for a fire,
Yes, sir.
what would you do?
Sir, I will I will deploy all my forces for maintaining a calm situation, and if possible, pellets gun can be water gas can be opened.
No, that you have taken or exhausted all options. Now you are just at the verge of giving an order that go and fire. That leader comes and orders you that गोली किसी कीमत पर नहीं चलनी चाहिए. What you will do?
Sir, I'm not understanding, sir. My
आपको नेताजी ने आके कहा
हाँ
कि गोली नहीं चलनी चाहिए.
जी सर.
आपकी सिचुएशन इतनी खराब है कि गोली चलाए बिना कोई उपाय नहीं है.
जी सर.
आप क्या करेंगे?
सर, अगर कोई उपाय नहीं है तो मैं गोली के लिए आगे
नेताजी की बात में नहीं मानेंगे?
सर, I will first obey the orders of my senior.
Ritika,
Yes, sir.
you have been an electronics engineer, then opted for anthropology and optionals, and right now you are working as a branch manager in a bank. Now, what positive from these diversified fields would you carry to the Bihar administration?
So starting from my graduation, which is electronics and communication, all the networking things, communication and cyber securities will be implemented by me in Bihar administration, especially in Bihar police services. The second is from anthropology. So it is a study of human beings, the understanding of its nature, its education, its economic and social aspects. The holistic understanding of a human will help me in people-to-people interaction in administration as well as in police services. So the third is my banking services, which I get a very diverse knowledge of financial stability and financial aspects of Bihar, especially working from 5 years in Bihar. So these will be carried to me in implementing all the financial services of all schemes of Bihar government.
Okay. Tell me about some of the positives which we should learn, the common people should learn from the tribal population.
Yes, sir. So tribal peoples are very cohesive towards each other. The understanding which they inculcate in between themselves is that to be learned. So the second thing is culture. Culture are the driving force of tribal people, and the tradition of carrying their culture, though it is a little tradition or great tradition, which is being carried from generation to generation, is to be learned by us.
Culture we can learn from any other culture?
No, sir.
What's special about the tribal population?
So the way they are carrying their culture, even though
Can you specify one or two cultures, one or two practices?
Yes, sir. Sir, in Oraon community, there is a youth dormitory which is called as Dhum Kurya, is being prevalent today as well. The second culture is there, love marriages, in marriages, like Sinduriya is a marriage which is being performed by tribal people of Oraon community. So it is being done even though they shift to any places in the world. This Sinduriya culture is being carried away with them.
So what should we learn from them?
Wherever we go, we should not forget our culture. Because at the advent of modernization and westernization, we are forgetting our culture and our roots. So the way they are carrying out their culture from generation to generation is to be learned.
Anything more?
At the time of any struggle, they don't have any strife in between them, like the unity. But here, we can see during any adverse situation like in Corona or any other mishappening or catastrophe, we people fight amongst us because of stress or whatever be the reason. Whereas in tribal culture, there is no strife in between them. The political administration is very strong, single leadership.
Okay, you must have heard about the ongoing Sri Lanka crisis. What is that?
So Sri Lanka is suffering from severe economic breakdown. This is because of, sir, many reasons. Mostly, sir, the Ukraine-Russia war. The prices of the oil has come down, has increased, for which they have a very large amount spent for import of crude oil. The second is because of Corona crisis, the tourism industry, which is 40% dependent on their GDP, has been deprived. Thirdly, they have overnight shifted to organic cultivation, organic fertilizer cultivation. This had led to many structural imbalances and reduction in the food production.
Anything more?
Yes, sir. The mismanagement of the government of Gotabakshi Rajapaksa and their brothers have also related to crisis in Sri Lanka.
Any debit trap sort of thing?
Yes, sir. The import of crude oil has led to severe debt trap for them, for which they are not able to pay the foreign debts.
Okay, Ritika, your interview is over.
Thank you, sir.
Very good candidate.
ठीक है, प्रणाम.